Good morning everyone, it's Rachel here and we are doing our 100-day project, and today I am going to have some fun doing a little bit of mark making, and then tomorrow we'll use the mark made pieces, if that makes sense. So I'm taking some of this ledger and some old book pages. Sometimes they have a little bit of a treatment on them, so that doesn't take the watercolor. So, oh, that's a map, can't use that. Oh, silly. But things with that are handwritten are really great. I have ripped up a few pieces, but I'll show you how I tear them up because we want little pieces. I've got this old document here that's not complete, so maybe I wouldn't feel guilty about using a piece of that. I mean, you'll die. Okay, and so then I'm going to tear them up into different sizes, so we might have some like smaller ones. That is rag paper, so I'm curious to know how the rag paper, I haven't finished tearing it yet, turns out. I've got some, 1900s book page here, so I might just tear that one into 4. And then I've got this one here. Now this one I'm going to tear. I have already torn some up, and I did tear up another document that I'll show you in a second, like that. And now I'll do strips because I'm going to use them in collaging. So all different widths. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to give you measurements. It doesn't matter what width, you just decide. Some can be wider, some can be narrower. This one I might do in, oh, no, I'll do it there. So I've zoomed in a little bit so that way you can see better what I'm doing. I'll leave that piece because I've got plenty there to work with, and we haven't torn this one. Let's tear a piece off this, and then I'll keep the rest for something else. See how it turns out, that one. And then we might have some narrow ones. You must think I'm awful. And we might have, well, that's got writing on that side. Look at that. And we'll do a couple of these. We're not going to get this all painted. I've got my watercolors out, but sometimes I do use just a little bit watered down acrylic paints as well. They're Stamperia ones. And we're just going to do really simple sort of shapes. I've got this vintage piece of paper underneath. I'm just going to smoosh my brush around on it here every so often. I've got, these are Munyo, they were recommended by Shada Campbell. So of course I went and bought them, and they're Munyo watercolor paints. And I'm just going to be doing like little color swatchy sort of things. So let's start with blue. I love blue and gray. Some gray here. Oh, I might make it a bit darker, add some black and water it down a bit. I don't know if you can see. You won't be able to see it all, so don't get frustrated. And I'm going to just do like a swatchy sort of thing. Oh, and this just paints a treat. Look at that. Now, I want to do shades. So what I do is I will then move into, maybe I'll add a little bit of a lighter blue. I've got some grey on there as well. But I want to change up my shade a little bit. So I'll just add another colour to the first colour. And that's the way you get them to sort of be balanced. Even if you change colours, they become more balanced because you've always got a bit of your original colour. So now here, I'll just keep my brush dirty, and I'm going to go into my purple and add a bit of purple to it. And get a different colour. But it still has the base, the first 2 colours in it. So look how they go really well together. Isn't that a nice colour? It's a purpley blue. And now I've got a little swatch on some antique document. Tomorrow we'll use them, some of them, not all of them. I do tend to hoard them, and I love this. I might go on this one. Now this one, I'm going to do the same colours. Add a little bit of black there. So my first colour was this colour. I'm just going to go here on the side of the writing. I'm going to go into these lighter tones. And then I'm going to go add some purple and do the purpley tone. And then they'll dry. Oh, I love that. I'm going to do some more. Let me just do another one. Just be patient. I'm just going to do another one. Okay, because it's just too much fun. So that colour, then this colour. Oh, I might just grab a bit more of that colour. I'm doing little circles, just in case you didn't notice. Very simple. I need more purple. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to see when they're dry. Cute. Now, they're on a slope. They'll run. Huh. So let's grab a different paper. Now, this one I'm going to do, again, the same thing, but we'll have even more colours. So let's not even clean our brush and let's go into these colours over here. This is that bright pink there. Just a minute. I need a bit more water. So I'm going to go with that colour. See, on this piece I can do two. And then I might get a bit more of that colour and add it to it. Love it. And then I might move over here into these yellows. See if that changes. Yes, it does. And I'm going to slowly move over into these more yellowy, acidy green sort of colours. Always mixing it in with the previous colour. And you can see this piece has a little bit of resistance, so there must be something on the paper, like some sort of oil, that is making it do that. Now I might grab some of this next colour. I might grab some of that colour, put that over there. They're all a bit similar, aren't they? Put some more water. And I'm just going to come over here and swoosh some. See how it resists? That's what I mean. It's got some, you know, maybe old oil or treatment on the paper. It doesn't matter, it'll dry. Okay. Now I might, oh, I like that grey over there. I think that was some black and some of this. No, it wasn't. But anyway, look at that colour. That's a good colour. Take some of that and put that in it. Okay. Making mud. We're making mud. We really are. But I think when they dry, they will be lovely. And then we need to go more into the pure colour. And then maybe that colour. It's a bit lighter. And I did the same. So, take some off. There we go. And doing this on a base piece of paper, you can, let's get this paper here. You can get sort of, it'll become interesting. So this one we will do, let's do, grab some of this, put it in here. I like these ones as well. And then I just slowly move over into the colours that are on the palette to switch it up a little bit. Let's just grab some blue over here and see what happens. Oh, it makes a poopy colour. Excuse the expression. We'll add a bit more. Oh, I like that. You get these muted tones. I'd like some circles in that one. Let's do some circles. Oh, let's grab this. Isn't that wonderful? We'll do some circles. So I started over here. Came over here. Maybe a bit more yellow. Come over into the pink. I do like these muted tones. I really do. I enjoy those. These muddy sort of tones. Let's come over here and move over here and see what we can get. See, how cool is that? Let that dry. That's why we won't do anything with them today, because we're going to let them dry. So we need some more swatches. As I mentioned, I do like to use also my acrylic paints, but today we'll just stick with these. So let's start with, we don't want a pure green like that. Let's come over here and get some blue. Tone it down a bit. And just grab a different green, see what happens. And you never clean these palettes off because they just reactivate. They start up again, and you get wonderful mixtures of colours. So that is nice. Let's do some circles. Oh, isn't this cute? Let's do a little mini one. I'm going to do the same colours again because I liked that. I'm going to do a little mini one. So really having fun just playing with the colours. Just making sure my shades change every time, if at all possible. Sometimes they seem like they've changed and they haven't. I think that's so cute. Little mini swatches. Now what we could do here is start off with some of my favourite types of marks, but we can do it in a swatchy sort of way. Do a couple of rows of one, then change up your colour. And you'll see they do change a bit when they dry. Might even have a bit more yellow in that. Great way to recycle old documents. Now this one, what colours will we do? And I have some that I already started before I put, I mean, don't I love that smoosh of colours across there? I absolutely love. So I'm going to start over here. I might do that dashing on this one too. And slowly progress across all the colours on the palette. That really is a poopy colour. Let's go finish up in the blues. It looks a bit like a bluey grey green. We'll see what that looks like when it dries. On one of these ones we might do, you can come in here and do some dashes on your paper. This is how sometimes I just love those pages, you know, the under paper. On this one I'm going to do circles. I haven't used this colour. What's that colour like? I haven't used that one either. You probably can't. Oh, yes, you can see. Might add a bit of that. Might add a bit of black into it. Oh, that's a nice colour. More water. Isn't that yummy? Now we'll go over here. Let's make a greeny blue. Oh, it's really nice. Nice teal. And then we'll swoosh around in the purple and see what happens. With still, see, I didn't clean off my brush. I just sort of went into the purple. And then I'll go into more purple. Just need a bit more in here. It doesn't matter that I sort of mix up all my bits because I'm not doing realistic painting or anything like that. And there we go. So that one's done. I like those. I'll do some more of those. So these are on the bigger pieces. So again, I've got lots of that colour left. So first of all, I might do, it's too big. I think I'll just go across and do these sorts of dots. And I like that it's pooling like that, because when it dries, it'll dry darker. And then I'm going to move into the lighter, add some green, a bit of water, more of the darker colour, I think. Such nice colours. And then you can just rip off a strip of it. And there we've got a tiny bit more purple in it. Cool. Okay, put that over there to dry. And as you layer up over your piece, it sort of all blends in a bit, and it's a good way you clean off some excess off your brush. So the water stays a little bit cleaner for a tiny bit longer. So what will we do now? It's just so much fun playing with the colours. What colour? I don't seem to use that one very much. Oh, that's a very strong purple. I'd add a little bit of black to it just to tone it down. Very dark. It's okay. We will lighten up. You can still see the script behind it. Swooshing over here. Might just add a tiny bit of green to it. And then without cleaning, I'm going to come in here to the green and make a murky greeny purpley colour. And to me they work together because they've got, this has got that purple in it. Now come up here and do that. I'm loving this. This is a lot of fun. Now, let's just do, you've seen me do this before, but we'll do a little very pale. So all I'm doing is pressing lightly and then squishing it down. So I'm just going to I need to just slide this over a bit. And I don't want it to be too dark. And I might even move into some different, you know, mix up my base colour with some others, but it didn't seem to, it's all sort of become one now. And you can come in with your neons and put little things here and there as well. we don't have to stay all subdued, and I've added in a little bit of blue, more blue. I might do one just sort of, I need to get something up in there. This one over into the greens to bring my tone back a little bit. And it's just really fun playing with all the colours. So you just have to experiment a little bit about which papers will sort of take the colour without all crinkling up. But I find that quite often that these vintage pages, if they don't have too much of a treatment on them, or, you know, like oil over time, they do take the colour quite well. And here, then I'll just do a bit of that here. Okay, and that's that one. We'll do another one of those. We'll do it on this little scripty bit. So we'll change colour. Let's go into these wonderful cerise, pinky, purpley sort of colours. With a bit of yellow or green mixed into them. Maybe a bit more water. And tomorrow we'll use them. I've got to let them dry a little bit. That was a bit of a boo-boo. And I've got that, my art journal that Wendy gave me, that we did a swap, and we didn't do a lot, did we, Wendy? But I'm going to put little swatches in there, I think. So I'm going to put little swatches so I remember all the different things. Not that I've done that many different things today, but you never know. I could build up my little library of things. A bit more colour. I do think that is very cute. Okay, so there we go. Whoops, I think I touched it. Let's see what else we can do. You can see I love making mud, but I just love how these colours all just sort of blend into each other as you move across into the different colour. And I'm going to bring it right back here to where I started. I think that'll be really nice when it dries. If I were to feel like I've got too much muddiness on my palette, I could just then clean it off a little bit. What colour would I like? Let's try a bit of this. And come into this colour. And just do half that one. Okay, and then we'll do This one I think I'll do these. I'm not cleaning off my brush. I'm letting it be all murky and just all be messy. You can see how quick it is. You can get a whole lot done fairly quickly. And when they dry, they look wonderful, I think. Methinks. Now, what did I want to do? I want to do one more thing. Oh, I wanted to try one. I'll try it on this paper because this is just book page. What I wanted to try was, I have these distress crayons and I've never used them. So I'll just put this down on the floor. I'm done with that. I'm just going to let that dry and then I can close it. I've had so much fun. Give my brush a wash. I wanted to see what would happen if I've never even used them. But I'm not going to colour them on there because then it will be hard to move them around. What I wanted to do was, how do they work? Because they're watercolourable, you know, watercolour ones, you can just squish your brush over quite a bit. You can get a bit of colour off them from that. Let's see. So see how it's hard to get rid of the lines. It would be better on watercolour paper, but I'm not using watercolour paper. Now, I'm not going to clean my brush. I'm going to come into the green. No, I might do the blue first. No, I'll do the green and then I'll do the yellow, I think. So I will put a little bit of more water on my brush. So I guess they really like a bit like the Caran d'Ache ones that I also pulled out, but maybe I won't use those. But they are that you roll these up. And that's coming out like a brownie sort of colour. So if we can get a bit more green on there. So because I already put the water down, they're easier to manoeuvre. So that's that one. And then, or maybe, because it's already, maybe I'll go into this colour. Because it's already, I was going to do yellow, but it's a bit more already murky. And it's flicking, I don't mind that. Oh, yeah. So you don't get it as it's not quite as pigmented as the watercolour ones are. So that's with the crayons. And I guess that would be the same, the distressed crayons would be the same as the Caran d'Ache ones, which I won't bother with. So put those aside, let that one dry. And now I'll just show you the ones I did before I started the video. Look how nice they are when they dry. Really lovely. So make up a whole library of these. The greens. So these are all dry now. I've got bits of paper there that I didn't rip up. So with there, you could take a pencil and you could sort of go around them a bit as well. Trying to be messy, okay, and I'd leave those ones. Now these should be nearly dry. Look at that. How cool is that? I love that. So this one, I'll do the pencil on top. I like that. It sort of frames it there. And then those are the dashes. And then, I love that. Do this one. Cool. And then this one here. And then what else do we have? Oh, I love this one. And no two are the same because, you know, they don't work out all the same. Some of them are still drying. Gosh, I've got quite a bit done, that one. Love that. I love how, look at that. I love how it's sort of rejected it in some spots, so it's really pale. That one's still drying a bit. That one's still drying. This one should be dry. Cool. I like these colours. These colours too are good, like, if you want to do more neutral sort of collaging and things, then you can get that. I love those colours. Love those. There's this one. Love that. That one's still drying. That one's still drying. Here I wanted to go sort of around my circles like this. I'm going to do more of these. I like these. Like that. Really cool. That one's still drying. So I'll wait till that dries to do my circles on it. My pencil mark, and that one's still drying. And this one's still drying. So this one I would just, rip up bits of it. But really, really fun. I think that's all of them. So I hope you enjoyed that. I've got my little piece here coming along nicely as well. So, I mean, you can just grab your pen, your marker, and start doing things like that too. That's just what I just go and do random things on it, and then it gets ripped up and used. So I hope you enjoyed that mark making session, and tomorrow we will make some things with these once they have dried. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.